On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
You have such a way with words, Bren.
He winks.
Do you happen to need a third girl's hair?
Like, are you into mechanics?
After blasting some perytons out of the sky.
You left the city of Alkenstar on the second kiss, this giant airship, the horse-drawn dirigible. But you flew out of Alkenstar, you started flying through the mana wastes towards Cloud Reaver Creep, and you had noticed these flying creatures off in the distance approaching. They ended up being perytons. But you used these giant ballistas to shoot them down very effectively.
One of the engines seems to have run out of steam.
As one of the engines, the left engine, started making a loud, like, and spitting out a bunch of smoke.
Chester will calmly be like, Fair, what's going on? What the hell?
We're losing power in the left engine.
But there may be more to this mechanical failure than meets the eye.
Chester will poke his head out to Sycone Eleanor. You need to tell Farrah Winslow, somebody sabotaged this. We got a traitor on board.
Grab your wrenches because we're fixing this ship.
No horses were harmed in the making of this podcast.
No,
A
several
lot
were.
of horses were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Now.
Hey guys, Derek here again. I just wanted to say thanks for all the kind words a couple weeks ago when I was sick. I felt really bad that I had to delay the episode, and I'm so glad many of y'all were understanding because it really meant a lot. I also wanted to take a moment ahead of this episode to respond to a question from our dear listener, The Mario. He submitted a question on the Google form a couple weeks ago, and we really aren't going to be able to address it on air for a hot minute, so I thought I'd answer it here. He asked, what happened to the idea of adding/having extras about Alkenstar or Pathfinder lore? And that's a great question. We definitely wanted to do more to show off Pathfinder, Galarian, and Alkenstar lore, but as far as extra content goes, there's just no way we can produce any extra content currently. Between scheduling the amount of production time needed to keep the current pace that episodes are coming out, we don't really have the bandwidth to spin up side content at this time. If I remember right, the kind of loose idea we had was to cover more lore and like banter segments, but a couple different things have happened to prevent that. Not intentionally, but one of them was there's just been less that's popped up in the adventure that we felt really needed a full banter segment to cover. And we've done a lot of work in recent months to try and pick our banter topics ahead of time, because that tends to lead to more like fun and interesting banters than the ones we just make up on the spot. And in doing that, we forgot to add more Pathfinder lore to our potential banter topic pool. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do is to take a little bit of a deeper look for fun bits of lore to bring up and discuss, and then add those to the pool. It might not be every episode, but I do have some ideas on how to make it feature more. And with that out of the way, I did want to quickly remind everybody listening to the episode that if you have questions or comments for us, please feel free to use the Google form that's linked in the description of this episode, or leave a comment under the linked YouTube video. We really enjoy interacting with everyone and hearing your reactions to our just nonsense every week. Anyways, thanks again for listening, and please enjoy Season 3, Episode 42, Sabotage in the Sky. I can fly half as high. Take a look. Set a book. Rated Rainbow. The Third Gallon. We are The Third Gallon, a podcast full of fun. We play different games, and each season we change. We roll dice and tell stories. We laugh and get gory. We explore different worlds with our characters unfurled. We are a group of friends
unfurled.
who love tabletop trends.
I know what this is.
We
This is
share our
horrible.
passion with you and hope you enjoy it too. So tune in and listen to our actual play mission. The Third Gallon Podcast is where everything goes with mayo. Thank you, Bing Chat.
That was
certainly
Number one enemy.
considerably
Bing
impressive.
Of all the poems in the world, it certainly was one.
certainly.
I mean, look, I've read some
was
poems written that beats the poems of, say, young teenagers.
That's fair.
Some of them.
You're right. It's been some poems I've written. Well, thanks for humoring the
Better
10
than my
minute
early poetry.
the 10-minute Bing hour, which is me.
My early poetry was great.
Every time I do banters now. I wanted to ask you guys a certain thing, kick up a little bit of discussion around playing online versus playing in person. I know that we have some maybe opinions on this, but I wanted to ask each of you, which do you prefer, if you had to say one, and like what do you feel like is the main difference, and why do you prefer the one you do over the other? Any of you want to start up?
I like playing in person because maps are fun and touching little figurines are fun and rolling dice near your friends are fun.
Does what we do recording the podcast, so we record in person, but if you look at the table, there is no map. There's just a bunch of microphones and computers.
There's an energy that you have when you play in person. That is good, and that is the most important thing. But I would prefer it if we, and of course, map size permitting, because some of the maps of some of these games get really big.
Yeah.
Map size permitting, I love having just a physical map where you lean over and you move your little tokens. Maybe you have Hero Lab or a character sheet on your laptop, but like being able to mess with the little tokens and to move them, and even having the little fly thingy so you can have something 20 feet quote unquote up in the air, and being able to do that, it's just fun. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
There's something about moving a figure on the map is just nice. It's really neat. And if you have the right tokens or miniatures for your enemies, it just kind of adds to the game, because you can look at it and be like, that zombie there. Even though half the time, zombie is a great substitute for, I don't know, the 5th giant spider
Yeah.
or the next kobold, because I don't have enough for them. But like when you're in a combat and you have the right amount of miniatures to be accurate for everything, it's just nice. And it was even great because towards the end of us playing on the table, like Drow made their own miniature, multiple miniatures and a paper pawn. So that was cool. I could look down there and I could see Dayrak and I could see Brick. And luckily, Owen was rogue enough to the rogue fit for him.
The rogue figurine might as well have been built for him.
Exactly. So like the tokens also either looked just like or were built to be the people we had. That was nice.
Yeah, Drow also made you a pawn, Cat. Farinril got a custom pawn.
No. Farinril got a custom pawn.
Good old fart.
No, I was just saying how fun it was that like the 3D model of the rogue was just Owen. Mm-hmm. They could have built it for him. And the Farinril, working so hard to not say Farin fart, you should know this, was really, really pretty and well made.
Yeah. How do Drow, Cat, how do either of you feel about online versus in person? Because I know we've done a lot of both.
I have no strong feelings one way or another.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know you've played in probably the most online games out of all of us here.
I can't just like fuck off a little bit to my couch and listen to people on my headphones whenever I'm in person. Mm-hmm. It demands a lot more attention, which is good sometimes and bad sometimes. Especially if they fucking want you to start at 9 a.m. for some reason.
Oh my goodness, your old Sunday group. Holy crap. It was so early in the morning.
9 being early sounds like the best thing
on a
in the
Sunday.
world.
On a Sunday? That's pretty early. That was a sleep-in day.
Okay.
Kat, how do you feel? I know you've done both. I know you actively play them both. How do you feel about them?
There is a certain nostalgia to the pawns and the tokens and the map. But as somebody who loves the visuals, I kind of like when you've got the maps online that actually like line up everything and you can see it and you don't have to just imagine it the whole time. So it can be valuable either way. But I mean, I'll never forget the time we all tried to fight that rat and we ended up in a pile and all of our tokens were in a pile. And there's something about knocking over the token when you kill something.
The rat pile.
The rat pile and knocking over tokens. That stuff, it brings back good memories. But like what we're looking at right now with this beautiful Foundry map and all of our tokens with Drow's awesome art and then the Paizo art, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I got to say, I was just going as the GM here. At least until recently, I've been very staunchly team in person because, and I'll say the same thing, playing in person and playing online are completely different because we play online with a lot of different people and it's fun. It's not, I'm not saying you can't have fun playing online. Obviously you can, but like the kind of vibe, like you were saying, Jacob, the chemistry you get by being in the same room and all the body language and the looks and everything you give to each other is just completely different.
Entirely.
Like there's some humor that definitely gets lost between this group and the audience because they can't see me contorting my heinous little flesh prison to look between the microphone arm to glare at Jacob.
Or the way that sometimes the marital strife is just based in quiet looks across the table because we're conveniently placed where we can each stare at our significant other the whole time.
Yeah, it's just not the same. And like I have maintained that playing TTRPGs together is an inherently social experience, which is why we do banter topics, even though we're all good friends and we don't need like an icebreaker to warm up. But like having a little thing to kind of get everyone in the like mood to do something together makes such a big difference, right?
Yeah.
And then that just means whenever you're all in the same room together, you have to pay attention to each other, you know? And it makes a huge difference. And as a DM, like you said, Drow, if you're playing online, you can kind of just wander around the house and do things, and that's really nice and convenient. But as a DM, it's also really handy when people are in person to like know everyone is like stuck in and asking someone what they want to do on their turn, but they just got up and went to the bathroom and you didn't know. Or they're in the middle of getting a snack from the fridge. You could do that in person, but everyone sees you go, you know? So
Okay, I am taking this as full permission to be like, okay, Drow, what are you doing? And I'm halfway to the kitchen.
yeah.
I've got a granola bar in my mouth.
You do that already.
Yeah, you do that already.
It's like the benefits of playing at your own place. You can just, go open up your kitchen and be like, I want this.
But I got to agree with Kat because playing online has always been a lesser experience until Paizo has started fully supporting Foundry.
Yeah.
Because Roll20 was fine and the official Roll20 modules were okay. But I just don't like Roll20 and it's always a pain to work with. But Foundry is an incredible tool. It's the first VTT where I can actually recommend using it as a character sheet as well for Pathfinder. It's not perfect. I still like Hero Lab, but it's very good. And the amount of work that's been put into these like official module maps is so good.
They're beautiful.
Like this is the first thing I've seen that makes a good argument for having like if we were playing in person without podcast stuff, having a TV map.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because then you have the best of both worlds where you can have like a screen with the beautiful map. And then you can also have your miniatures
Or
and
your pawns or whatever.
And everything. Yeah.
See, now that truly would be the best of both.
The years old dream.
To
I
have
got
a
a TV
gaming
for
table
it.
with a TV in the middle.
Perfect table for tabletop RPGs.
Jacob's always wanted this.
I got a used TV
Always.
for it, but we can't use it because we podcast.
Yeah.
I still think that a projector would be better.
It's the issue with projector, because I've looked this up, is lighting. Is you'd have to have a very strong projector or play
just
in the
play
dark.
in the dark.
And you could try to do that, but there'd be other issues. But you're right. It is an idea. And I've thought about that one. The other thing is projectors are expensive.
Well, the thing about a TV is you could put the miniatures on top of it and not worry about them casting shadows over your map.
Yeah.
As someone who works extensively with projectors, you'd be surprised how much the shadows can affect performance.
You're right. I think they're so small it might not matter, but
If you
That's
get the
a
wrong
question.
angle, the
That's just-
shadows are just as big as
Yeah.
sometimes triple the size of the item.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but projectors do look better.
But I would like to do both. I do got to say that like the best, in my opinion, way to play
Art of
TTRPGs if
Waking
you
Up?
can
Folgers in your cup?
is if you can do physical at a table with like a Mondo mat size map, so like 2 6-foot tables stuck together kind of thing like we do, playing in person with those and the little riser bits, you don't have to go all out and get like full on miniatures and sets and everything. You can get by with just drawing on a big Mondo mat like a wet erase. And
vis-a-vis marker.
The Pathfinder pawns are like the best because they're physical little printouts like cardboard, and you can use them like miniatures, but you can get like a box of them for $40.
Yeah, you can. They have boxes for every bestiary. For those of you who don't know Paizo or Pathfinder, and like that's over 200 monsters for $40. Compare that to the price of miniatures. Hot dog.
Well, not only that, Drow was able to create pawn tokens themselves because the technology to do it is, can you print and attach it to the cardboard of the right thickness and stiffness?
Yeah, it's nice.
You can personalize that.
It's a lot less costly investment. And honestly, I like the pawns because they're just so easy to move about and swap around versus and store. You don't have to have this massive shelf full of miniatures.
Just have a binder.
I have binders that I have put my pawns into, and I have a lot do pawns, but
this is going to have a lot of pictures.
They're
in
really
this,
nice.
Of our
banter,
pawns.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I could send you a picture of my binder.
Yeah, you could. Although I will say I'm going to try and collect the last little bit of pawns out there for 2E stuff.
Because Paizo no longer does those.
Yeah, they're going out of production. They're going to stop making new pawn sets.
Why?
Because people don't buy them.
They work online now.
They make VTT modules, and most people use that instead of pawns.
And
Jacob looks so offended right now.
Sad as
COVID
it
killed
is,
pawns.
I appreciate the fact that they are adapting.
I need to buy the pawn sets for 1E.
Yeah. Bruh, look behind you.
Yeah, I know, but I need to have them.
I have almost all.
Hey, Jacob, back off. I got new birthday/Christmas presents now.
They're not as expensive. I have all of them for 1E.
Time limited.
And
Yeah, that's a concern.
I have all the different ones for the adventure paths I have in 1E, just about. But I want to pick up the bestiary boxes for 2E and a couple of the adventure paths that I have for 2E. The important one I have is I have the Kingmaker for 2E pawn box.
Get them, but back off on some games.
Okay. Well,
You buy games
You
all the
already
freaking
have
time.
the big one though. You have the Pathfinder 1E.
Buy them. Just back off on the games.
You have the bestiary 1 box for Pathfinder 2E.
That's right. That's true. I do have that, and
That's
that
the
has
main
like a shocking number of pawns in it.
That's the big one.
Yeah, that's
There's only
big
2
one.
more bestiary boxes.
Really?
Yeah, 2. There's only 3 bestiaries out for 2E right now.
I still might want to get them for you. Yeah, this is one from a banter topic to I got to look at some stuff.
Jacob had a crisis.
a banter to a full-on discussion.
It's like me. I still collect 1E stuff, not because I'm going to play all of it, but just because there'll come a time when I won't be able to get it.
Yeah, and not only that, but like if it exists in 1E, it's probably only a matter of time before it does exist in 2E. And if they're not going to make pawns for the new stuff when it comes out in 2E, then if you already have it for 1E, you don't need to buy it again.
And all of us at the table are pining for the days when we can play with pawns on a Mondo map and the little spacers again. Can you imagine if we got like terrain pieces, like 40K people? That'd be so fun.
They're so situational, but yeah, right. They would be cool.
So much fun. But we're talking about the fun of playing in person. My favorite story of playing in person with miniatures.
Can I guess?
Yes.
When you put all the candles out
That's a good
for
one.
the cave, the mega dungeon.
I was actually going to bring that up because Drow said, well, we could just turn down the lights. Every time I have turned down the lights as a GM, you guys hate it.
To be fair, we were running off of pen and paper.
Yeah, that's what we're running off
It was
of
hard
pen
to
and
see her
paper.
papers.
No, but my favorite in-person like miniature thing moment was when we were in the forest in Jacob's homebrew and we had to fight the dragon and he grabbed my like Minecraft creeper plushie and plumped it down.
Their Minecraft creeper plushie is the perfect size on the bottom to be the largest size. Was it gargantuan is the largest or colossal? I think it's gargantuan.
This
It was
was
gargantuan.
This was like an ancient black dragon, right?
Yeah, it was like as
unquote.
powerful a dragon as you could find. So I plopped it down and I said the dragon leaned down to them and I bent the creeper's head down to
my
look at them and speak to them. And it was just it's so stupid, but so memorable. I
aggravating.
loved it.
You can do some of that like physical humor on the virtual tabletop with like the moving
The
the pawns.
rotating.
Like whenever I had the swarm come out and go hi, you know, you can do a little bit of that.
Or the cult of Matt Mercer's. You can have fun with that.
You can have fun with
Or
that.
all the times we drew, dumb
Penises.
things throughout the whole map and corners where people wouldn't find them.
Oh, yeah, and then the nice thing is with the virtual stuff, you can pick whatever image you want off the internet, so long as you know make a podcast and have like copyright stuff. But you could just plop it in there and be dumb, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to have a physical
if this is
thing.
a personal thing, yeah, the world is your oyster.
Yeah. Oh man, home
But
games are the best.
If it's commercial, you can always go over to Fiverr and I can draw you something and give you commercial rights.
That's right. Oh man, home games
Support
are
your local artist.
so great though, because you can
Or
just
just
use
me.
you can just use all the copyrighted content
Or
you
just
want.
draw.
When I'm running, I've been doing the thing with Hans with the beginner box, and we have to be careful about what we put in it because it's a stream. And then like the next day, I go on our Friday Forbidden Lands group. It's like, all right, let's pop on some Witcher and Skyrim music,
Yep.
whatever we
Yeah.
want. Just use all the copyrighted content. Oh man. Speaking of playing in person, this map is way too big to put in. So let's jump back into our virtual tabletop world. Centuries before the Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings Nex and Geb warred with one another, scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland.
Buy from my Fiverr.
From the glowing ashes of the Mana Wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of Fiverr, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, Fiverr, and drow work wonders.
_now.
To the world, Alkenstar
Up and do my own thing.
is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds.
Odds.
On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So when we last left you guys, you had shot big ballistic bolts at these perytons.
That was about the whole thing, too.
It was about the whole episode. You had climbed up on this... No, that wasn't the whole episode.
Well, we started flying.
You started the episode...
We saw all the cool weather.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
left the city of Alkenstar on the second kiss, this giant airship, the horse-drawn dirigible, although no
Same.
horses are visible from here.
No horses were harmed in the making of this podcast.
No.
A
Several
lot
were.
of horses were harmed in the making of this podcast. So many.
So much glue.
We have so much glue.
Oh my god. But you flew out of Alkenstar, you started flying through the Mana Wastes towards Cloud Reaver Creep. You saw a bunch of the like cool, just random weather stuffs that would happen. It was very intriguing to watch, like the different storms that come and go. Not necessarily just like, oh, it's rain or it's snow, but the different like magical things that are embedded in it.
Yeah.
And then Chester and Eleanor went for a drink, and Psyche went up to the helm of the ship.
Just a little drink.
Just a little drink.
Not drunk, just a little drink. Eleanor's not a lightweight like Kali.
But you, Psyche had gone up to the helm to talk to Farah and Dezen, just kind of watch things, and kind of overheard that Nolpe and Kevin weren't manning the observation post.
Goblins.
And decided to go up there themselves and taking Asuvu, this gnome adventurer, with them. And you had noticed these flying creatures off in the distance approaching the second kiss. They ended up being perytons. They're not. I don't know if they are supposed to be French, but I like to make them sound fun.
Peryton.
Peryton, baguette, Eiffel Tower, dog with freaking deer body. But you use these giant ballistas to shoot them down very effectively.
So many high numbers on the D12s.
It was incredible. And that's kind of where we left you guys. You handily dispatched them. But then tragedy seemed to strike as one of the engines, the left engine, started making a loud, like, and spitting out a bunch of smoke.
Where's the smoke at on the map?
Shut up. Listen, if this was in person, I would just take the marker and go,
Yeah.
You could do that with the draw tool.
oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're
We
right.
forget that sometimes we can draw on the map.
That's right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to not find random penises occasionally, but or poop loops.
Poop loop.
There we go. I have added some smoke to the map.
On the water?
I like it.
There we go. Natural effect. Oh, are you adding it in there too?
That's monkey.
Monkey.
Monkey. Chester will calmly and collected
Start
look
to scream.
at the pipe and be like, Fair, what's going on? What the hell?
We're losing power in the left engine.
Where do we need to go to help out?
I don't know. Get down to the engine room. See what nobody can do.
We will
go.
calmly and very quickly make our way to
Can we
the
slide down
engine
the ladder
room.
like firemen?
Yes, can we slide down the ladder?
Like, you know how you hold the edges instead of the rungs and you slide? Can we do that?
That
Yeah, you can do
scares
that.
me.
I want to look cool. I'm a swashbuckler. I'm all
You
about
seem
cool.
disappointed,
Matt.
Jacob.
Was penis free 5 seconds ago.
Old times return.
Who did that?
All
Who's been drawing
the
dicks?
genitalia.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's the wrong
I'm
map.
going to draw a vulva.
Chester will.
I added to
Chester
the
wants to
smoke
slide.
cloud.
Chester wants to slide down the
I
ladder.
slide down the ladder.
Like all cool, like.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I said it first.
Yeah, you did, but I also want to do it.
But we need to get you there first because you're the one who
I
could probably
craft.
fix it.
I bet you.
Bitch, I said.
More genitals are being drawn on the map.
Chester will, I suppose, lead the way to the goblins and bust open the door. What's going on?
What are you talking about?
The engine's blown up.
Holy shit, really?
They run out.
Did you not hear it?
No, we're having an intense and very important philosophical debate.
Shut up and get to the engine. He'll follow.
Go get your tools out, Chester.
Chester will follow because he is good at
Jesus
crafting.
Christ.
They open up the door and like the smoke's just.
Who the fuck got out here? What happened?
Were we sabotaged?
Unless we can stab it with rapier, I can't do much.
Who touched my baby? Did you hear this?
What's
Who?
wrong with it?
You?
No, we were fighting off flying deer when this happened.
Did they touch my baby?
No, they didn't touch. Did they
Wait,
touch it?
one of them fell off. It could have.
Did anyone touch
It
it?
did fall off on that side.
Yeah,
but
they
you
did
don't think
fall
you saw
off.
it.
No, they ain't. Nothing touched it that we could see.
Well, something's jammed this thing up.
Let's get in there.
Yeah, let's
Is
see.
it cherry?
You look in here and this thing is just like, you have to actually be careful. Do you have any loose bits of clothing as you come in here, Chester Williams? Hat?
His hat.
You come in here and you see, even though it is stuck, it's like there's a whole bunch of gears that are like
Eleanor should stay
moving
back.
back and forth, and if it wasn't stuck, it would be spinning dangerously fast.
Chester will tuck in his shirt as well.
Okay, and hug
And
the wall.
he'll
I'm,
tuck in his shirt, tuck in his jacket if he's gotta.
I'm just going to stay out because I've got a tail
Yeah.
and very tall ears.
Stay out of here. He'd be like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I imagine that
Okay.
Eleanor's ruffles and long curly hair and perhaps the tail ends of her waistcoat type. Yeah, no, she better stay back.
What can I do to help?
Do you want to help them work
Yes.
on it? You can roll crafting.
I will roll crafting because I am good at crafting.
Jacob's like, this skill is made for Chester.
That is a 15 plus my crafting, which is 14, so 29.
29. You're working with them, and they know this engine backwards and forwards. But you're helping them. You get grease and gunk all over your arms. Like, you get coated in just this clockwork lubricant. You use they got a set of tools working with them. They're a little small for you, but you're able to get in, and it looks like there's a chain that has been chucked into the engine works. And they say,
All right. Well, this chain. Wait a second. I think this came from the storage closet. But this is what done it. We can get it up and running, but it's gonna take like an hour.
Do we have to land while they work on this?
Sabotage?
no, they don't have to land.
It's just going to make us go slower.
They're
Yeah.
just you can tell that the airship is kind of slowly just turning because it can't correct itself. So it's just kind of zzz,
Chester,
slow circle.
Chester will poke his head out to Psyche and Eleanor. You need to tell Farrah Winslow, somebody sabotaged this. We got a traitor on
go.
board. But and then he'll pop his head back in, and if they need help, he'll keep helping.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
They got it handled fixing it. You mostly were able to just help them diagnose what went wrong.
Okay. Then Chester will follow Psyche.
Okay, so where you guys want to go?
We might need your investigating skills to figure out who the traitor
I'll
is.
go up to the...
You know what? I'm going to pursue a lead on that chain.
Okay.
And whoever may be related to it, I'm pretty sure that works.
Can you get, like, fingerprints off of who just went to the storage closet?
Technically speaking, when you pursue a lead, you don't always know who you are pursuing a lead on.
Okay.
So that's the case right now. It's just if I end up figuring out that that person is the one I'm pursuing a lead on, I can get my bonuses on them. Or if I suppose I happen to fight them, I'll have to look at it again. But right now, I'm going to just declare I'm pursuing a lead on that chain, and I'm giving up my pursue a lead on, we'll say, Muglin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And then
was
he'll
looking at
follow
all my
Psyche.
skills to see if anything would apply. Unfortunately, thievery and stealth do not apply.
All right. I'm going to speak with Farrah if I can.
So you're going to go all the way down to the flight deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could talk through a pipe if we're in a rush.
I want to see if I run into the second in command on the way back.
You know what? Chester will not follow them right away. He's going to go check the other engine first.
Sure.
I don't want to leave Psyche alone in their
Go with
trip in
Psyche.
case if they get ambushed.
All right, so you're going to go over to this other engine?
Yeah.
Not that Psyche can't handle themselves, but still.
All right. Then, yeah, you go over there, and it still seems to be functioning just fine. You can open that door.
Okay.
It looks just fine. There's no gunk in the works. And you can see here that you have to be careful if you stay here too long. There's the exposed gears spinning at incredibly high speed. If you didn't know what you were doing and have your stuff together, this would be like a trap. Or rather, it's a hazard, which functions similar to a trap.
Did you sign your do not ascend agreement?
Yes.
I thought you were cool with it.
Oh, if it means saving his life, yeah, Chester will take a clockwork limb. Chester's, most importantly, does not want to be burnt. His family has a plot on their farmland they like to bury.
Is that
So
a
that he
new
can
tradition?
It's what I hadn't had to think about till now, but
So he can return to the earth?
it's what I hadn't had to think about.
He
But
doesn't want to be burnt. He has too much familial trauma.
With
dust,
ashes?
yeah.
Oh.
So, okay, once Chester checks that, he will follow Psyche and Eleanor to wherever they had been going, probably upstairs.
Should we be looking for signs of someone who passed through here? Like,
Is
to
the
see if they
storage
left any sort of
closet
clues?
down here?
So you are in the catwalk in like the main rigid body of the blimp. The layer above you, basically there's a ladder that goes up to the observation thing on top of it. Below you, the ladder goes to the upper deck, which is like sleeping quarters and crew stuff, and that's where the storage closet is.
Chester will go check out the storage closet while they go talk to Phoebe.
Okay, so that they're going to go down
Or not Phoebe, but
through the upper
Farrah.
deck and down to the flight deck, which is where all the like booths and stuff are.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
While we were doing this, did the issue come up while we had Usuvu with us?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
there.
So we have
helping
reason
you.
to believe that she might not have been the culprit,
Yeah, and
unless
she's
she set it up timed somehow.
made her way back down to the
Well, that
cabin
eliminates
now.
one person.
So Psyche and Eleanor, you guys come back down to the flight deck. When you get there, you see Usuvu, you see Bryn and Finn, and you also see Celessa. That's her name. Celessa, the half-orc lady. And whenever you come like through the stairs, you see Lucky being like, all right, folks, you just got to be a little calm. We're having a little bit of engine trouble on the left engine. That's why we're turning to the left a little bit. Don't worry, we have the utmost confidence in our very talented mechanics. They're sorting it out. It doesn't even look like, aside from Usuvu, the people noticed or are particularly worried. I don't think they even noticed that the perytons attacked, thanks to you guys' fairly quick handling of it.
it's because we're professionals.
If anything, they might have heard a bang as one
Intrepid
fell.
adventurers.
Micah's angels.
So you guys going to go to the cockpit?
Yeah.
All right. You knock on the door, and Dezen lets you in. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? You looked into the engine? What's going on with it?
P.S. There was sabotage.
Sabotage. And then Pharaoh looks at you guys like, because Pharaoh's like still working the controls, trying to get this thing not to veer too far off.
Yeah, she's probably really busy.
She's like, y'all didn't mess with any of the engine stuff up there, did you? Like, it takes a moment to look at Psyche and Eleanor, like, eye you over.
No.
Did the whatever it was that was flying up on us get to the engine?
The perytons don't seem to have engaged with the engine at all.
Okay.
Chester would have told you what caused the issue.
The chain?
Yeah.
And it appears the chain was thrown in. It wouldn't have fallen from like the ceiling or
Correct.
something.
The goblin said the chain was from the storage room, which is on a separate deck entirely.
And the chain was from a separate location.
Where's the second in command?
I mean, I'm the second in command. Dezen, like, raises his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my main guy.
Okay, well, I'm not about to accuse that man while he's right there.
Well, I mean,
you could always.
He's been there
the whole time, right?
He helps fly it.
He left to get you guys, and that would have presented an opportunity for him to do something.
We could ask Fair you could ask Fair if he was there when the explosion happened.
And we could word it such that we're like, did you see or hear anything? But we could also get the timeline.
What'd he say?
Whenever I went up onto the observation deck and I asked you to get these two, did you see anybody else missing from the passengers?
No, I don't think so. Pretty sure all of our passengers, except for Asuvu, but I think you said
She was up there with me.
Okay, yeah, then no. Solessa was walking back from the bar. Finn and Brem were just talking to each other. Well, as much as they both talked to each other, Finn was talking. No, I don't think any of the other passengers were not on the flight deck.
Did you see Lucky?
I don't think so, but he may have been back at the bar. I kind of went straight towards... No, he was at the bar with you two.
Yeah. When he came and got us, Lucky was serving us drinks.
Yeah.
But didn't this happen after the fight?
Yes, but...
And then after I got you guys, I told you the message and went straight back to the cockpit.
Was Lucky still there whenever you came back down?
I didn't come back down. I went to the bar. It said to Chester and to Eleanor, it's like, hey, Zach here wants you up top. And then I walked straight back here.
Fair enough. I don't suppose that you have spy orbs on this ship.
Spiorbs, that's
Can
their
I
common
see
name.
the
Like a clockwork spy?
CCTV, please?
No, I'm afraid we don't have anything that advanced on this ship. Are you saying you suspect treachery with the engine then?
Potentially.
Oh, I kind
It
of
did seem like sabotage,
I-
given that there was a foreign object from a completely different room thrown in there.
Is that storage room locked?
I mean, so it's supposed to be locked, but we're a pretty close group here. Sometimes we forget, and it can be unlocked. Do you want a key to it? You said that the chain that fell out was from the storage room?
That's what we were told by your engineers.
I gotcha. He looks around. He's like, seems really off guard and suspicious now. Well, if you need the key, I can give it to you.
Is it possible that somebody snuck aboard while we were docked?
I wonder. It is possible, but I feel like we would have seen them. There's only so many
This
places to
isn't
hide.
a particularly large ship.
I rolled to see if I could check for his perception, but I rolled pretty poorly. Only got a 15.
Distance motive?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really sure. He seems to be pretty up and up. And I mean, from the timeline when you were picked up, Eleanor, you saw him basically go talk to you and Chester and then immediately go back to the cockpit to keep an eye on the stuff that he was doing.
So the captain and the co-captain are trustworthy.
Well, I mean, the captain probably wouldn't sabotage her own ship.
Exactly.
And she's got to be steering it the whole time.
And the gnome is trustworthy because she was with us.
Yeah.
I think it's Lucky. Look at him. All smiley and begoggled.
It can't be our
I don't
beautiful
know.
elf boys, half elf boys.
There's something about the fact that Derek was like, you recognize this guy
Wait,
from
oh,
somewhere.
Lucky. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
I did say that. You recognize, it's like you've seen him before, but you can't place it.
I'm on to you.
Good, nice remembering,
You
Drow.
sabotaged the airship.
It was me.
Hey, Derek, since I remembered that, can I have a bottle cap?
You can take a hero point.
I'd like a bottle cap.
I'll give you a hero point.
Okay. Thank you.
Could they have a non-expirable bundle cup?
Should we talk to the passengers?
Sure.
It's a
Where were
mystery.
you 5 minutes ago? I'm gonna go up and grab one of the gay elves.
Their names are Brim and
Bryn and Finn.
Bryn and Finn.
Finn has the hat. Brim doesn't say things.
I'm sorry, but it's a lot easier to say the gay elves than Finn and Bryn.
Yeah.
Or Brim. Yeah.
What do you want to say? They seem to be talking like, yeah, but I don't know why we have an engine trouble. It makes me feel a little not so great about this choice. I'm sure it'll be fine. We're fine. I know you're worried, but it'll be fine. Oh, hey, how can I help you?
Rolling perception. 2. Ignore me.
How are you two handling this minor inconvenience?
Brim's a bit nervous, but I'm pretty confident. And look at the beautiful sights we get to see.
Over and over again.
Yes, well, yeah. I'm sure the engineers aboard this ship are top notch. I've heard nothing but the best from Captain Winslow. I'm sure she would only trust the best engineers.
The engineers who hadn't even realized that there had been an explosion 20 feet from them. Yes, the best.
Engineers who did go, my baby!
What have they done to my baby?
Fantastic engineers. Did you happen to see anybody in particular sneaking away whenever
Sneaking?
Yes.
I haven't seen anyone. Have you seen anyone, Brim? He shakes his head.
You have such a way with words, Brim.
He winks.
Do you happen to need a third girl's hair?
Like, are you into mechanics? Eleanor backs away. I'm starting to feel a little bit like a fourth wheel.
4 wheels are very, very secure.
She's still mourning.
It's been like 3 days.
Oh no, 3 whole days. You mean you're not over your fiance?
You mean you're not already affianced again?
Like every time she gets a drink, she's probably drinking to forget.
But nothing suspicious?
I heard some, clunks and thumps, but I just assumed that's the machine works, and then there was the noise of the engine making sputtering noises. But again, I'm feeling pretty confident. Brim's a little nervous, though, and Brim gives a nod.
Thumps.
You think back. You think that might just be the sounds of the fight.
Okay.
They may not even realize that there was a fight.
I'm not going to tell them.
At the time, do you remember?
Pay no attention to the peryton body sliding off the dirigible.
Slowly.
With blood. So how about this weather that we're having?
The man always comes and regurgitates it back up in the air, smacks it against the window.
Boy, that's really big hail!
And then rain comes and blows it away.
Such strange precipitation out of the mana waste, huh?
They look out, it's clear, and then they look away, it comes back again.
Just leaning up against the window.
Anyway, what do you...
And at the time, our fellow passenger, Celessa, was it?
Yeah.
Celessa, was she still here in the area?
Yeah, I believe she went and got a drink and then came back and sat down and did some writing and looked out the window. Stood up and looked down confusedly, but I didn't see anything.
Stood up and looked at... Celessa,
Yeah. I don't remember her voice.
did you see the perytons?
You poor thing. Have 8 NPCs here.
I mean,
you can't
didn't you
remember
see...
all of them.
Did you not see anything?
Oh, I saw something fall from the top of the...
Wink!
Listen, having them know that we've defended the blimp is okay.
It's a good thing that they
Okay.
know we defended the blimp from the
I was just
perytons.
joking about that earlier. I thought I saw something fall off, but it was really fast, so
So, while I was up on the observation deck...
Accidentally hit a deer. It's okay.
We hit a deer.
You what? You what?
We shot down 3 perytons.
You shot down a deer? Wasn't a reindeer, was it?
No,
Old man up north won't like that.
More
no.
like
He has horses now.
flying horse, chicken, serpent, wolf things.
Yes.
Deer.
Have you heard of
Well,
a
I tell you what,
peryton?
I don't take deer. I'd rather just have horses drawing my dirigible.
I love you.
I hope you're getting that voice right.
Oh, I know Finn. I know Finn.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Farah. I know goblins. Obviously. I know Lucky.
Yeah.
I know Usuvu because I have
Ooh.
things I can do with
Moisted critical.
them. Usuvu's just
Oh yeah, most critical. Yeah.
It's Dezen and it's Solessa that I can't remember.
I think Celesta was more like a retired police officer.
Like a gruff
It's
voice.
still gruff.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. Then I got it right.
Okay. So. didn't see
OneNote has
anything.
been critical in helping remember all these NPCs.
I am
voice.
sure.
Critical.
Is everyone's most critical? Usuvu's easy because she looks like a monotone.
She does. She does.
I made myself see stars doing that.
Yeah.
Tip to any GM out there: use OneNote and images instead of note cards because
Yeah.
boy, if you have a lot of NPCs to run, that's like the hardest thing as a GM.
Or
Yeah.
even Google Docs.
Yeah, the
It's
find
free.
and search function is quite helpful, I'm sure.
Anyway, anything else you want to ask them? They seem like when you come back here, I can just tell you without rolls, they look like they're seated in the exact same spot. Mm-hmm. And they seem pretty ignorant
Brim
of the
has
fight.
just been listening to Finn talk because they're so in love. I love them.
Man, it's looking more and more like we might have a stowaway, and I had Chester walk off by himself.
You know, I was gonna say we could have a stowaway. We need to talk to Celesta.
it's
though.
fucking it's
the alien.
Heron.
It's
It's the nerd.
It's
the
wit.
nerd. It's Win.
I won't let you get away with humiliating me.
That's the wrong voice.
I won't let you get away with
You have to move the
Adjusting the
glasses.
glasses. You've got a physical cue for it.
I do.
Oh,
you
I
have
hope-
to have cues to get in the
I hope
voice.
the alien didn't sneak back on board. I
hope
think it's
the
lucky.
alien didn't sneak back on board. I do hope it's Lucky. I feel like we could kick Lucky's ass unless he's
Secretly
I really don't
tough.
want it to be Celesta.
unless he's secretly muggling.
That would be a
Gasp.
Oh, let's end this adventure right now.
Where's his mech suit? Look for the mech
I'm
suit.
taking you with me, Muggle. There's no mech suit on this blimp. This blimp is the mech suit. It's a transformer. Tell me how you really feel.
Sorry, it had to come out.
North winds continue to blow.
I can feel it coming in the night.
So anyway,
Meanwhile,
Loud.
oh yeah. Meanwhile,
Chetty,
okay.
where did you want to go? You said you want to
To
go to
the storage room.
All right, it is locked.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Chester
could have
will
opened the
attempt
lock.
to unlock it.
You know that this is the storage room because on the door it says storage.
That sounds like a red herring to
he
me.
will-
This
first
is
thing-
this is on the upper deck above the flight deck.
Chester's going to drink. Let me make sure I have
Just whiskey.
it.
He's
Straight
so
whiskey.
upset.
Straight whiskey.
No, he's gonna drink grenadine.
Chester's going to
Simple syrup.
drink an Eagle Eye Elixir Moderate, using his Doohickey Majan, his alchemist stuff.
His bandolier.
Yes,
His alchemy
Reagent
vials
from his
located on his bandolier.
His infused reagents or his quick tincture?
his equivalent to quick tincture. There we go. Which is going to give him a big bonus to perception.
Yeah.
He wants to check the door and
Okay.
see if there are scratches around the keyhole to see if it was lockpicked.
You look at it and it's locked. It looks normal. It looks like.
Well, do you want me to roll or?
No, I'll just tell you.
Okay.
The lock looks pretty shitty. Like it'd be easy to pick.
But like, is there? Would I be able to tell if there's evidence of picking?
Oh,
or
okay, yeah, roll for that.
Okay. This is 16 plus 12.
I mean,
28.
this is an old lock, so it'd be hard to tell, but it's locked and functioning, so you don't think it was picked.
Cool.
With the timeline of things, you don't know why someone would pick it and then go through the effort to relock it.
All right, then Chester will pick it.
Okay? Thievery.
Thievery, he will use his tools. I believe that I have to click those on. So 14 plus 13 is
27.
27.
That would be a critical success because this is a really poor lock.
Oh.
Which will get you 2 successes, and you'll unlock the door.
Nice.
It would normally take 2, but you got a critical success.
Hot dog. And I get a key for that door for the next couple
Kat,
of hours.
Don't worry, Alk would have crushed this too. It was only DC 15.
Oh. So Chester will go inside the room.
Okay.
Oh, Albert.
I
And,
missed him.
and he'll look around for anything suspicious.
Okay. You see there's spare furniture, simple tools, some buckets of paint, cleaning supplies, and other just miscellaneous gear on the ship. There's also some, looks like just voyage cargo, like food, stuffs, whiskey bottles, that kind of thing. There's like a little bit of that. You get the feeling that this is kind of overflow where that's supposed to be stored elsewhere, like around the galley or whatever. But yeah, you can see even in the Foundry map, kind of all the stuff you see on here kind of represents it. There's a bag that says coal. There's a bunch of spare chairs.
Is that a crowbar?
There's a crowbar. There's some barrels. There's a table. There's some tools. What are you doing looking in here?
I'm looking for anything that is either out of place or that I would expect to find in here and is not. Like, we know whoever sabotaged the engine got the chain from in here.
Yes.
So I'm trying to find anything related to them or anything that would obviously be missing that could be used to sabotage something else.
Yeah, roll perception to investigate.
Would I
Pursue a lead.
Yeah. That is 11 plus 13, 24.
Yeah, with that much, I can tell you that you definitely see like there's some spare chains, like for parts. Or there's like a slot for it, and it is missing. Maybe there's a couple small links left. There also seems to be like a toolbox that has a bunch of different like tools for stuff, and you see there are some that are definitely missing.
So there are tools missing.
Yeah, there's other things basically missing from here as well.
Tools that we didn't see in the engine room.
Yeah.
Is there like a way that he could tell which tools they are? Like, is this one of the ones that has the writing on it? Like, oh, that's a 3038.
Actually, that's a really good question.
What do you mean?
Is there a way to tell what tools are missing?
I mean, the details doesn't necessarily specifically matter. Do you want like specific tools that are missing?
If it would help, but if it wouldn't, then don't bother.
Yeah, I think you could notice that like if it was like a set of Allen wrenches or regular wrenches, like certain sizes should be here but are missing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more so just if we see them around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Chester, does there happen to be a pipe in this room?
A pipe?
Yeah,
a
a speaky pipe.
No, not in this room.
Chester will. With my perception, that's all I notice.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll step outside. He'll lock the door behind him with the key. He'll step into the kitchen and see if there's a pipe in there.
Yeah, there is one in the galley.
He'll speak up. He'll speak to Farah. I suppose it's where the pipes go, right?
Basically, yeah.
He'll be like, hey, Farah.
Yeah,
Your storage room down here where the chain was from,
yeah.
it was not picked. That means somebody had to have a key to get into it. It was locked when I got down here.
I broke into it.
You're also missing some tools because I actively broke into it to inspect it. Just to let you know, full disclosure.
What the fuck?
But it was, you shut up. But it was locked when I got down here, which means somebody had to have a key to open it.
All right, that's weird, but I guess thanks for keeping me posted. Don't pick locks, dude.
Does Lucky have a key?
Probably.
Okay.
All of us do if we need to get in.
That's good point. All right, where's Eleanor and Sakir?
They're in the flight, on the flight deck talking to the passengers.
All right, cool, thank you.
All right.
Tell
Over
the
and out.
captain to shut up.
And then really quick, Chester's not going to investigate, but every door that is not locked, he will open and pop his head in.
Yeah, all of these.
Starting in the north and going south.
So all of these are actually open.
Okay.
Pretty much all of them. So up where you are, across the way, is the crew quarters. You poke your head in there, you just see a bunch of like bunks, basically.
Okay.
In the room that someone has very intentionally written high in, that's the captain's cabin. That's Farah's room. So it's a bigger room with a full queen size bed or whatever. And then there is 1, 2, 3, just kind of like private rooms with double beds. You get those would probably be for passengers if they're staying overnight. So that's probably, honestly, one of these probably has like your stuff in them.
Yeah.
The
It's
other
the
one
that has the one twin bed and the one queen bed
yeah.
for our third wheel, Eleanor, and the happy couple.
You also
Eleanor
see
no longer part of a happy couple.
you also see this other big bed across the way from the captain's quarters is the co-pilot's cabin.
All right.
So that's where Dezen is. You see some like books and stuff in
Where
there.
he would sleep.
Yeah, that's where his stuff is. And
Dezen's room has green stuff in it, and it has intricate, like, swirly but also pointy patterns on his rug, which means he's evil.
That's a fair point.
Every villain is lime.
Or purple.
there's two long rooms at the end of the upper deck. The one, I guess, on the left as we're looking at it, I guess, would this be?
It's a game room.
Yeah, it's a game
That's
room.
where they play D&D.
Hot dog.
There's,
And
you can
solitaire.
see a bunch of cards. There's a chess board, a checkers board. There's a trunk with some more stuff in it. There's a couple different tables. And then the other one is just a lounge. There's books. There's couches. There's little recliner things. And then there's that staircase that leads down to the flight deck.
I actively broke into it. Full disclosure.
And there was no one in any of these rooms.
No.
Okay, Chester will go meet up with his pals.
And you're just poking your head in each of these, right?
Yeah, he's not doing an in-depth look. He's just making sure there's no intruders.
Okay.
Obvious intruders. I mean, there doesn't appear to be all that many places to hide in these rooms anyway.
You'd be shocked.
Chester will bust up there, pull his gun, point at Lucky. What's your story? No, he won't do that.
When you come down, so you see, I'm going to move Psyche and Eleanor down here a little bit. They're in the middle here, and like Lucky comes up and like tugs on your like back of your jeans or whatever.
Oh.
It's, can I get a moment with y'all? I've got some information. I know y'all looking because you suspect some sabotage. We go back like towards the bar.
Yeah.
We
Hey.
can all go together.
Double check. There are 5 crew members, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's Dezen and Farah, the two up in the like co-pilot area.
The 2 goblins.
The 2 goblins, and there's Lucky.
So, Gnome was with us. Mm-hmm. Gay elves were together the whole time, as
I
far
love
as we
them.
can tell, and they don't seem to have
and
moved.
the same thing, basically, with
The half orc.
Whom
the
most
former thing.
the most that they said that she moved was to get a drink.
To get a drink and to come back. The captain and the co-captain, co-pilot, are together the whole time. The goblins are together the whole time. Lucky is the only one with no alibi.
Unless Celessa was fast enough, or one of the elves is sneakier than we could ever imagine.
That's
Half elves.
true. There's also the fact that they have to have a key, but they could have stole a key. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I suppose we'll go with Lucky and fall into a trap.
Yes, let's go die.
Please blow up in front of us and take us with you.
Get out your mech suit,
Oh yes,
Mugland.
onto the open air. Oh, he's gonna shove us off somehow. He's gonna do the force push. Bong.
He just shuts the door, and he brings all of you there, and he says, "All right, now I know y'all was investigating, and I couldn't help but notice that, well, that Finn character, he talks a big game, but I was working the bar, and after y'all left, I saw him get up and head upstairs."
Oh really?
Oh, really? Never trust an elf.
What about you, Lucky?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was cleaning up the bar. I saw.
Is the bar clean, Derek?
It looks fairly clean, although not a lot happened, to be fair. Like a couple drinks were served. I cleaned up the bar. I checked on some of a couple passengers. I saw that Osuvu went up with Sakir, and then I made sure everyone was good, and I went to take a leak, and I came back.
Where's the?
And then I
these are
noticed the engine
bathrooms
trouble.
Right
Show us
there,
the piss.
Is there fresh pee?
There are actual bathrooms here. You can see them on the map.
Yeah, I noticed them earlier.
Please don't repeat it.
Show us the piss.
If you pissed, you'll have droplets. Show us the droplets.
Sorry.
Please, no.
Hey, Lucky, show me your key to the storage room.
Oh, a storage room?
Yeah.
Oh, do you need something?
Yeah.
Did you put cargo up there?
Oh yeah.
Here, I got a key.
Bless your heart, little guy. No, I don't need it. I have my own.
Oh, you got a key?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did help get this expedition underway. I guess you're part of the crew as much as the rest of us.
I love you, Lucky. I hope you're not a bad guy. No, you don't say that.
I love you, Lucky. No, come on, roll what you were gonna roll.
Lucky.
Oh,
Can
do
I
we have
roll
a third now?
sense motive?
Finn.
Yes.
I'm his cat.
I don't like this.
Not a very good roll.
I don't like this.
Oh, yes.
Perception to sense motive.
16.
Okay.
Oh, take it. Hold on. I said I don't like this joke. You know Chester's go-to with it.
Okay.
25.
25.
26.
If this is
he's
the lead that you're
saboteur.
pursuing.
So whenever you hear this story, you start writing it down like, okay, well, crap. And I have to like rethink things, right? But then like some of the things he says doesn't quite line up.
Oh.
Because Finn, Brim, and Celesta all advocate for each other. And then like, didn't one of them say they saw him go away?
Lucky?
Yeah, that
I
he went to the
believe
bar.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something's off about what he's telling you. You don't think he's giving you the whole story.
Thank
Chester
you,
will
Lucky.
reach over Lucky and lock the door, assuming there's a lock on this side.
There's no lock, but
Oh,
yeah, you
oh
can do
Oh my
it anyway.
god.
Chester said, well, Lucky, why don't you come sit with me over here? And he'll sit at the bar.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
would you like a drink?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your deception score?
Oh, boy. Listen, yeah, this is... My deception score
Yeah,
is +7.
+7, so your DC would be 17.
Yes. If he's lying to me, no.
No, if you're lying to him, I
Okay.
roll perception
Okay.
against your deception DC.
Oh, so I don't roll against your...
We can do that if you want to, but
I mean,
like that's typically
whatever-
how it works.
Okay, whatever the way you want to do it. You're
That's
the
how
DM.
I've been doing it. Whenever
Okay.
you detect against them, you're going against one of their DC. So if someone's lying, you roll perception. I add 10 to my deception, right? My deception DC.
Okay.
That's what you have to beat. If I'm like lying, if you're doing diplomacy on me, then it's against like my will DC or something. Like that's typically how it works.
Okay.
But he says, "Why, y'all involved? Did y'all break the stuff? Wait a minute! Don't try to corner me." He
Oh.
starts backing up towards the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucky, but like literally, I was doing the opposite of cornering you because I was going to be sitting in the corner and you were going to be sitting on the stool next to me. Say, I wasn't going to corner you or nothing. Why? Do you deserve to be cornered? Did you have something to do with this, Lucky?
No, of course not.
I didn't think so. I was just wanting a drink.
But if
He-
you did,
Steps over to the bar and
Why?
like starts getting a whiskey for you.
I wouldn't drink it.
Chester steps in front of the door.
The little door.
Yeah.
Well, now you is cornering me. What is this about?
Why don't you move him so Chester can get in front of the door?
Okay, I can do that.
It's not
Lucky.
the only exit.
It is the only exit.
Oh, it is. We're blocking off
We're
the
blocking
stairwell.
both exits. Psycheer's in front of one, Chester's in front of the other. Lucky, I know you ain't telling the whole truth. Oh, hey, he ain't telling the whole truth.
I had assumed that there was something up that you picked up on and that you weren't just being
What do you mean?
mildly aggressive for no reason.
Your story don't make sense. Parts of it, anyway.
There are 3 people advocating for each other out there. All of us, including the blue-haired gnome, Usuvu, were up fighting off perytons.
Oh, y'all was fighting off the monsters, right?
And that storage room didn't have its lock picked. It was locked. It was unlocked with a key and locked back.
Well, then someone, maybe that Finn guy, he stole a key off of one of us. Thankfully, not mine.
Yeah, because you still got yours.
At this point in time, make a perception check.
We are about to get blown up.
Okay, all right. This is good.
I got a 5.
Okay.
That is going to be
14.
27, 28 if he's the saboteur. And I figure it out.
You notice he
20.
has a couple different wrenches on him.
Oh,
Tucked away, kind of like only just poking out behind like his little apron.
Is there a pipe in this room?
There is one at the bar. but you'd have to like hop over to get to it.
Okay,
I'll happily do it.
Chester.
I'm a little tankier if he tries to attack.
Chester knows y'all are listening, so he'll say, "Funny thing, those tools were missing from the storage room. Same one that had the chain in it."
I'm gonna go bam, bam, bam on the door.
Listen, I don't know
I'm just going to slide right closer.
I don't know on earth what y'all getting at. And what's your perception DC, Chester?
Right now, it's 12.
12, you say?
Or 12 plus 10, so 22.
22? He seems like really just kind of relaxed and like uneasy. Like you don't trust him because he's not been speaking straight with you.
Yeah.
But out of nowhere, he pulls out a coat pistol and goes to shoot at you. And we're going to roll initiative.
Oh boy!
He's going to roll deception for initiative.
Oh, fun!
I'm so glad I got closer.
It's not stealth or perception. It's deception. That's fun. I like
good.
that. It's the first time. Mm-hmm. First time in history ever.
I did get closer.
Ever.
I don't have to move to get closer to him.
No.
I did say I moved.
You'll have to vault over the bar. But you're
vaulting
close.
over it could possibly get me panache. I'm cool with that.
All right.
Oh, finally, Chester has a reason to use his whip. We need to take him alive.
Actually, I need to update that. I already rolled physically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, oh no.
I actually rolled really good.
I'm going to
So
roll.
do I?
Hey, 29.
Nice.
You can keep your perception score for initiative.
From which one?
When you found the wrench.
Okay, that was
Actually, no,
15
that's the wrench. That's not him pulling the gun on you.
So I need to roll.
You need to roll again.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Sad day. Sad day.
Oh,
My
I would
initiative
like
is not great.
I would like to note that I am not using after you, and I rolled for perception.
What'd you get?
23.
23. What'd you get, Chester?
I got 17. No, yeah, 17 because I wasn't investigating. This was technically just a roll. Or else it would have been 18.
As much as I want that panache, I need to move quickly in this scenario.
All right, so first in the order is actually going to be Psycheer. You got a 29, which is incredible. Is that a natural 20?
it is.
Yeah, they did roll a nat 20.
Holy smokes.
That's 20.
Yeah, you're going to go first. He rolled really good on initiative, but you just see like this small grin as he like whips out this pistol and points it at Chester. It looks like he had been already maneuvering it, but you get to act first. And we're going to do something we keep forgetting to do. We
I'm gonna
didn't do it
roll
with
the
the
thing.
perytons.
Damn it! Damn it! We didn't even
And I
talk
mentioned
about it.
in the last
Yeah.
episode that I haven't seen you
Do your
explode.
flat check.
7.
You don't explode. You get a spell slot back. Or you have any gone?
Did you use one during the
No.
fight?
Just
no,
cantrip.
you used the forbidding ward or the lifelink.
That's a
That's a
Oh,
focus
never
point.
mind.
focus
Yeah.
points one.
That's a focus point.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I explode anyway then?
No.
Okay. Good. I'm going to move and then scream.
All right, so fortitude save? Mm-hmm. Oh, not great. That's a 17 total from Lucky Glanks.
You ain't
Oh,
so
boy.
lucky today.
That doesn't do it. Sorry.
All right, so give me your damage, d6 plus your casting modifier, I believe, right? Yar.
10.
10
Max
points of
damage.
damage. Oh no, my little ears are gonna bleed. All right, that's not great. All right, that is 3 actions because you moved and screamed. Next in the order is going to be Lucky Lanks Williams, your long lost violent cousin. He's going to pull his coat pistol at you, and he's going to do
At me?
no at
Wait.
Chester.
Long lost cousin. That's why he looks familiar. He's related to Chester's human dad.
No, we'll get to that. Don't worry.
Human vampire dad.
I wish that could have
So,
translated
fun
better.
fact, I'm not actually sure if you can normally roll deception for initiative. I haven't looked into that, but it just felt like it was in tune
It's-
with what he was doing.
That it's the game says it's typically perception or stealth, but other skills can be rolled if it makes sense for the situation. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
I
He's
agree.
going to try to feint Chester with a deception roll. I kind of want to use my initiative one, but that's not entirely fair. So I'm rolling against your perception DC, and I got a 25.
Oh, my perception DC? Yeah, that beats it.
Yeah. Chester, you will now be flat-footed Williams
Rude.
to my next attack.
Oh no.
Oh, it's something I'm allowed to do.
Oh no.
And he's going to shoot you with his pistol.
Chester does not have good AC right now.
I'm going to roll this in my
Am I
box
still
here.
life-linked to you? No, that's just
Not
a
great.
minute.
Natural 7 for a total of 22
Gonna hit. Yeah, that hits.
against your flat-footed.
Yeah.
Is it a critical?
It's not a
Checking and
critical.
see.
All right, so you're going to take 8 points of damage, and then you're also going to take another bit of damage here.
Sneak attack damage?
Yep.
Ah.
7 more points of damage.
He's a rouge. Oh, he's
God.
got 2 dice.
Metagamey much, Jacob.
He's a rouge.
He's a rouge.
Like the bat.
Like
Oh,
what?
I throwed up.
I throwed up.
Like the
Like,
Are you okay?
like the bat.
Do you need to borrow some of my Tums?
Oh, the rouge bat.
The rouge bat.
rouge
Then he's
bat.
going to spend his last action to reload. So feint, shoot, reload.
This poor man. You about to get his stuff knocked in.
We'll
About to get
see.
wrecked.
It's Eleanor's turn.
Unless he has help.
So, if I were to vault artfully and gracefully over this table, would that potentially give me panache?
It depends on if you roll acrobatics for me. If you beat DC 15, you can vault and like move as a part of like one action pretty easily. Because this isn't like an easy vault. Like you actually have to throw yourself over it to do it quickly. I'm going to say DC 15. But if you hit your DC listed for your panache stuff, what is it, 25? Then you'll get panache, and I'll throw in the bonus that you can draw your weapon as part of it.
I will take that. I only have to roll an 11 to make that.
Go for it.
I rolled a 7.
Oh.
21.
All right, so you're able to hop over, but you're still going to have to draw.
Okay, so I
and you
hop
won't get
over.
panache.
Can I still roll for tumble through as part of the move action, or is hopping over it?
Should have used a
All of
hero
it.
point.
Well,
So one action to hop over, basically. One action to draw. You probably want to use your next action to attack, unless you want to tumble through and not attack.
No, I'm going to attack.
Okay.
I'm saving the hero point for if I don't hit the attack, because I'm going to attack non-lethally.
Okay.
Okay.
That takes off my bonus, right?
It just you take a -2 to attack non-lethally. Just -2.
Okay. I'm
Wasn't
going
it
to
like
draw.
-5 back in 1E?
I think it was
-4.
-2. Oh, -4. Unless you hit a feat.
-4. Yeah.
I draw an attack.
Okay.
Natty 12 for a 24.
24. That'll hit.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
No panache.
Man, he is in the worst
7
possible
damage,
spot.
non-lethal.
Yeah, he ain't in a great spot.
I took the penalty.
Okay, so non-lethal. Okay.
And that's it. I can't raise my shield.
You
No.
should see if, as a free action, you can yell into the pipe.
Can I as a free action since I'm right there?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
Lucky's gone rogue.
Haha! It's a sneak attack. Take a hero point. That was funny. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hand out hero points more liberally.
Thank you. I appreciate
I was
it.
going to use mine for my attack, but I rolled good, so.
How many do all of you have currently?
I
have 2.
2, I believe.
1.
One.
Because you used your.
I did.
You did use yours. Okay, cool. I was like, I haven't been stiffing you, have I?
I should
Okay.
have used it to get better acrobatics.
So now Farah has been warned.
Cool. All right, that's your turn. Chester Williams, you are no longer flat-footed. You're only flat-footed to his one attack anyway. but-
Chester, a.k.a. Williams, rather, Chester has a whip Williams.
He's about to be ganked up on.
Is going to roll Devise a Stratagem for free because this is the Saboteur. And this is the guy that I
Nice.
pursued a Leon. So
Derek doesn't
right.
like that.
that is an 18 on the die that I'm going to hold on to.
Okay.
I'm also going to do a recall
Delicious.
knowledge on this guy. Society?
Society or underworld lore?
I will do Underworld lore because lore tends to be a lower DC.
Jacob, you found the perfect class for you in your metagame game.
Oh, whoops. Actually, I found one that would have been better, but I didn't find it till way too late.
What was it?
Thaumaturge. That's going to be an 8 plus 11 is 19.
Not going to do it.
At all?
No, you need a very hard specific lore check.
Wow.
Use your hero point, or can you not
Unique.
after?
Too late. I already stated my results and
This
found
is
out.
a unique NPC.
Fun. All right, so Chester, that devise a stratagem was free. I wonder if that would have been a free. Too late. I'm gonna say it was free because I failed anyway. Chester's gonna move here, draw his whip.
Okay.
So that's 2 actions, and then third action attack.
Now?
Oh shit!
Eat shit up.
Like in the height of combat?
Not near. Not near. Have to beat Lucky Williams. What does the whip do?
You beat him down unconscious, and then Sakir playing with the whip just bam, 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 knocks him the rest of the way.
Hey, Sakir, look.
So
And you just drape the whip on him, and then there's this big ass metal paw that just whap.
Or as a cat.
Whap, 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 whap. Bap, 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 bap.
So does a 18 plus 14, 32 hit?
That'll be a critical hit.
Yes! Go Chester! How cool that Chester
Non-lethal
gets the crit.
Oh my
Non-lethal
goodness.
critical.
So disarm non-lethal finesse.
Chester's about to whip it
Wait,
good.
Was your lore was like 20, right?
My lore was 19.
19. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, so this is going to be base damage is 2d4 plus 2d6. So that is 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 1 is 14. Doubled is 28.
28.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sheesh.
Chester just channels his inner Indiana Jones, doesn't he?
28 non-lethal damage. Oh man, you know what I should have tried to do? I should have tried to disarm him. Too late now.
Yeah, you don't have enough actions left.
Yeah.
Oh, but I could potentially disarm him.
I just keep doing the damage. I would only do it on a natural 20 because you have to critical them to get them to drop their weapon. That is the end of Chester's turn. I believe that is 3 actions.
Yep. Top of round 2. Sakir's turn. Man, this guy's in a bad way. You guys,
Yeah,
he's in a
he
bar
is.
in the corner of the room. Eleanor's behind the bar with him, and Chester and Sakir are right around on the other side of the bar.
This is the time.
The
It
time
has
for
to
the
happen.
for the
It
beat
has-
down
It has
meme.
to happen. My meme, my go-to meme for tabletop RPGs. I'm pretty sure we couldn't show this anyway because
We've
it's
showed it
anime.
before,
It's
actually.
the JoJo.
Okay.
It's the JoJo.
JoJo meme.
The
3
beatdown
people
one.
beating someone.
And it's perfect because it's 3 people like
And normally
us.
in second edition, like because of the action economy, I can maneuver and everyone can kind of get around without having to worry about attack of opportunities as much. But you specifically pinned him in this bar and he can't move without checks.
I'm going to scream at him again.
Okay, fortitude save, right?
Beautiful.
What did I get?
A 15.
15. All right, so that's another failure. Roll your damage. 6.
6.
Okay. Oh no. That's 2 actions. You still have 1 left.
Shoot the ballista at him.
I'm going to aim, Chester. All right, I'm lining you up, buddy.
And your mouth is moving like Bradley Uppercrust
Chester.
the third in the movie, extremely creepy movie. You're going that fast and your lips are flapping.
Throw
We're
me.
such gremlins.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Throw me, Bob. Throw me.
Now I want to
my
be shot
God.
at another zeppelin.
Oh my
so I can land on it.
Shades of shades of Sea of Thieves.
Yep.
What did you want to do with your third action back here?
I'm still looking.
Anything? Just punch him.
Hang on.
Why not, right?
Yes, actually, I'm going to cast harm
That's
with a range of touch.
1 action.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So how does that work with 1 action? Is it just do you have to make an attack at all?
it has a range of touch.
Does he have to make a save with harm?
You use your unarmed reach to determine whether you can touch it.
Yes. So you do have to make an attack.
You can usually touch the target automatically.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, that's like if they're a
Oh, yes. So you don't have to worry about rolling to hit. 1d8
Okay.
negative damage base for the 1 action version, but I do get a basic fortitude save.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll fortitude again. Okay, I do pass, but I don't think I critically succeed, so you can do a d8 and I'll take half damage.
Where does it say it takes a DC check to?
So 2.
2 points of damage total. Or that I'll take after having it. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll read it for you, Jacob. It basically says you channel negative energy to harm living or heal the undead. If the target is a living creature,
Oh, I see.
you deal 1d8 negative damage to it, and it gets a basic fortitude save.
It wasn't in the quick notes. It was you had to read it to find it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 actions and 2 spells. Really sweet. It's Lucky's turn. Lucky.
You ain't so lucky now, are you?
I appreciate the eye twitching
I
that's
know,
going
right?
on right here.
We've got him surrounded.
Man, I don't know what it's like at all to have a boss surrounded by enemies, curb stomping them.
Okay, Eleanor.
What are you thinking about?
What you want?
Cat.
Enemy boss.
Yeah.
Lucky's gonna tumble through.
Okay. That's
Can I
fair.
oppose this in any
tumble
shape,
through?
form, or fashion?
I'm rolling against your, I believe, reflex DC.
Wait, is there a counter behind? No, I'm next to the gate thingy, aren't I?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna try to tumble through you.
Past my reflex DC?
Yeah, so what's your reflex DC? 10 plus your reflex score.
He's got to be a 23.
Natural 17.
Boo.
Okay, so that's gonna be a
You're
total
playing my own game,
total of
Derek!
30. But that doesn't make you flat-footed because I don't have tumble behind.
Does she get
Oh.
an attack of opportunity?
Do you have attack of
I
opportunity?
don't. I won't get that until level 6.
Oh, you're one level away.
No.
I hope that you don't die the same way that Drender did.
So he gets through your space. He's bleeding and he's not doing great. He's going to spend an action to interact with the door.
Boo.
And then he's going to fucking book it. And he's screaming, "Help! They're after me! They're after me!"
Yeah, but I already let Farah know he's the bad guy.
You
Farah
did.
knows. Yes.
Okay. And he moves into here. They're after me!
Hey,
They're
free action to speak
Sure.
while the door is open. He's the saboteur!
And it's what he does. He runs. Eleanor, it's your turn.
Eleanor is going to follow. 1.
Hey, I have a question for you,
2.
DM.
Uh-huh.
Did Farah happen to send the co-pilot out when we messaged her, or is that not something that's happened at all?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
I gotta
fair
pull back up.
enough.
I had to make sure I have 7 squares of feet. 1, 2. I don't have to interact with the door because he opened it, right? He
It's
would have
still
to
open,
close
yeah.
it. 3, 4, 5.
All right, so that's one movement.
Yep. And 1 movement. Wait, as part of my move action, I'm gonna tumble through him.
Yeah.
You're at the end of your movement here,
Yes,
though.
but you see, if I. No, I'm not. I have a speed of 35 feet.
That's
because
right.
as a swashbuckler, I'm extra fast.
Swashbucklers are so goddamn fast. Yes, you can tumble through.
I'm going to. I'm gonna
Jacob's
use.
waving his arm like a bird.
I'm gonna use one of my hero points to make sure I tumble through and make him
Well,
flat.
roll and then use your hero point if you want to re-roll.
Before you tell me.
Because you have
Yes.
to use the second result.
Okay, all right.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
you do.
It's not advantage. It's you use the
I
second.
thought that
Alabama.
was select the better one.
No, that's what we used to do for bottle caps. Hero points is you roll before you know the result. If you don't like it, you can roll again,
right,
but
all
you
right,
have
guys.
to use it.
Do you think I'm gonna make it? I only got 23
What was your number on the die?
or a 9, so I could do a lot better, but I could do worse. I want it so bad though. I want to tumble through him
You
because he
already
tumbled through
don't
me.
like it.
What
so
is
you could just
your
try again.
reflex?
14.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
do
have
it
a
again.
better.
I can do it again. I'm spending it. I have 2 hero points and 2 bottle caps. I'm spending it. He went through my square. How dare.
How dare.
Out of the box.
Out of the
What,
box.
it's an
As
18?
much as I want that 18, give me that die. 9
Oh
again.
my god,
23.
it's the same thing.
23. The dice says 9. Unfortunately,
It won't do it.
he has a reflex DC of 25.
Yeah.
Really high. That's his one good thing.
But that was all my one move action.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to get through, but you do get caught up to him. You have 2 more
Well,
actions.
does that mean you can't move? I'm curious.
No.
Or does that
No,
just
you
mean
can't go through his square.
you could go around and cut him off?
Actually, hold on. Let me
'Cause
double
I
That's
check.
did want to
important
cut
to
him
know.
off where he could only go back to you guys, but I do have a question.
Yeah?
I have 2 actions left, right?
1.
2.
No, I moved.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
part
That
of
was
move
the
action.
same for the same. That's right.
Yeah.
I want to use an ability I've not used yet.
Oh boy.
I too can faint.
Yeah, no, you just fail and your movement ends, so you don't move through it.
Oh, sad
I
day.
too can faint.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll deception and faint him. That is
Okay.
part of my ability as a fencer, a fencer swashbuckler that I've never used.
What ho? Non-lethal. Wham!
My feint was not good.
Oh.
Total?
Total was a 16. I highly doubt I made it.
I think that die is too big for that box.
Me too.
It is kind of big, yeah. That is not going to make it,
Okay, I'm just going to attack. Natty 19.
Oh my
goodness.
That is a 33 to hit.
Don't
That's a
forget
critical hit.
your -2 if you're going to do it
Okay,
non-lethally.
31 to hit.
There is still a critical
I'm not
hit.
lethally hitting. No panache.
This poor little man.
I have not gone this long without panache in
Yeah.
a while. That is 6 damage. Pretty low damage.
Doubled?
Doubled.
Oh, doubled. 12.
Okay.
I only rolled a
12
1 and a
Wait,
3.
isn't that a rapier? Don't you
Yes,
also
I
add
get
the D8?
2d6 plus 2. Oh, d8.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah.
That was a whole ass D10.
6 plus 12, 14 damage.
So 2
4
on the D8.
rolls on everything. Yes, 2.
Okay, 14. Jeez, he is barely up, and all this non-lethal, he is just like stumbling. He got like a goose egg forming on his
Eleanor,
forehead.
As a free
He's
action.
bleeding out the ears.
Stop him.
Okay, so that's your turn.
You already yelled that he was the saboteur, right, Sakir?
Yeah.
Chester Williams.
Chester Williams.
Chester Williams.
Chester
so mad I
Williams
couldn't cut
gonna
him
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, up on the booth there.
Yeah. He's gonna stand up there, devise a stratagem. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. That's a 15 on the die.
Okay.
And then Chester's gonna whip him.
Okay.
Non-lethal. Oh, it's a non-lethal weapon. So
Total of
15 plus 14 is 29.
all right. So that's just a regular
Hell
hit.
yeah.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
That's still a D4 plus a D6.
We got this guy
No,
whipped.
2D4 plus 2D6 plus 1. So that's 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 1 is 15 non-lethal damage.
15 non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
That will knock him out. He is out cold. He falls to the floor. The wrench and a little bit of chain comes out up into his back pockets.
Saboteur!
And that's where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
Hell
I
yeah.
want to interrogate him.
Good
This is so
job.
cool, though.
You solved my saboteur
Beat up
puzzle.
your little die
Tumbled
puzzle.
through my square. I am so
The ultimate
Livid.
offense.
offended.
You don't do that to another.
That's
How
my
dare
thing.
you tumbled through my square?
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of the podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.